Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. This week, or not even just this week, but the last few weeks have been very, very telling, very trying, and it's been very precarious for African Americans in America. This message is, for me, a call to the African American talab al-ilm, the students of knowledge, who are of African American descent. Why am I making this call to them? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed those who have survived the rigors of academia, Islamic academia, those who have completed and finished programs and showed high proficiency in whatever ulum, or whatever science in Islam that they so chose to study. You have a level of proficiency in whatever it is, be it fiqh, be it hadith, be it aqidah, be it da'wah, whatever the case may be. You have a level of proficiency. Why does anyone become a talib al-ilm? Why does anyone seek knowledge? Why are we told to seek knowledge? To lift ignorance off of ourselves, to lift ignorance off of our families, and to lift ignorance off of others and call them to al-Islam. Within the last few weeks, there have been a rash of unprovoked, seemingly race-based killings of African Americans. The one woman was laying in her bed when the police kicked in her door, tried to shoot her boyfriend, shot her 8 times. She had nothing to do with anything. She was unjustifiably killed. Then you have Ahmed Aubrey. You all saw the video. Murdered. Last but definitely not least, the brother in Minnesota that was crushed under the knees of a racist white police officer. As a result of all of this, America is having almost an unprecedented uprising. People are sick and tired of it. They're fed up. They want change. So this call is to specifically the African American students of knowledge, those qualified students who have shown proficiency in their studies, who have completed programs, who have spent time with the ulama, and they have, again, proficiency, they have knowledge, they've shown a level of seriousness in their studies. America needs you now. The black community needs you now. We are at a turning point right now where this situation can go one way or the other. We as Muslims believe 100% unequivocally that Islam is the haqq. The Quran and the Sunnah is the source of our information. It is the source of our guidance, and it's from the Creator, the one who created all of us. Because you have shown a proficiency in your studies, I feel it is an obligation for you now to stand up, stick your neck out there, and begin to assume leadership positions and guide the people. And I'm not talking about just the Muslims, because da'wah is not just to other Muslims, but it's to those who don't have Islam, who don't know Allah, who don't understand Tawheed, who in times of fitna, because they don't have the skill set, the Islamic skill set to know halal from haram, correctness from incorrectness, good from evil necessarily. They need this guidance, and there's no better time than right now. Whatever community you are in, you should be in the street. No, I'm not saying protesting, but you should be talking to the leadership, and you should be putting yourself forward as someone who has the Islamic knowledge to make a bad situation worse. I mean, to make a bad situation better, pardon me. The people now need guidance. They need a beacon. They need a guiding light. They need something that's going to give them hope and something that's going to give them strength. All the knowledge that you have acquired should be used right now. The people need you. We make videos, refutations. We make videos for this. We make videos for that. We see these videos. Alhamdulillah. We need those videos. We need those ilm or those knowledge-based videos. But right now in Minnesota, which is heavily populated Muslim city, along with New York and Denver, Atlanta, several other cities, it's going down. And these cities are heavily populated with Muslims, and they need the guidance. They need to see that someone who has a connection to Allah, who understands their plight, who understands the situation, who understands the history, who understands the varying dynamics that are in play, that know how to balance and present properly. They need that right now. The Muslims who are in these states may be just going for self, meaning they may just be doing what they think is right at the time, but it may not be correct. So unless someone is on the mic and telling them this is what we do as Muslims, this is what we don't do, then they're sort of left to their nafs. The African American community, they need leadership, not slogans, not slick talk, not politicians coming in making promises. The systemic and institutional oppression that African Americans have lived under since day one in America is alive and well, and we need, as African Americans, we need Islam. We need that skill set. We need someone to guide us. The African American students of knowledge, now is your time. Now is your time to help, to guide. I know that I sound a bit emotional. Maybe I am. But I'm waiting for you to to grow, to sprout, to show your what Allah has given you. Spread, utilize that which Allah has blessed you with. Now, I'm not in New York. I'm not in Denver. I'm not in Atlanta. I'm not in Minnesota. So I can't say that students are not doing this. I can't say, well, for a fact, they're not doing this. But I don't know that they are. And that is the problem. I'm seeing celebrities on the microphone. I'm seeing athletes on the microphone. I'm seeing people who, in my opinion, are less than qualified, but yet have the ear of the people on the microphone. I want to see our leadership. I want to see us assuming the roles of leadership and helping. This leadership, or stepping into that role and utilizing that which Allah has blessed you with, extends outside of the African American community, because people gravitate toward good. People gravitate toward good. Black, white, Asian, Indian, doesn't matter. Islam is for everybody. So I need to see, or I would like to see, some of the African American Talab al-Ilm, students of knowledge, speak on this issue in specific. What do we do? What is the proper Islamic position? And after that, I feel they should go to the leadership of whatever city they're in, if they're having these violent protests, and offer their services, offer their leadership. Islam is what is correct. This is what we believe. So we should be utilizing it. We should be extending it to the people, so that the people see Islam is not just beards, kalenswa or kufiya, niqab, and not eating pork. They need to see that Islam has real life application. Islam has the tools that we need as humans to correct the obstacles and the different ailments and sicknesses that we have in our world. When they see that Islam has those tools, the people will then gravitate toward it, because the people want to be healed. The people want to be saved. The people want to know and feel secure and have comfort. The students of knowledge, Islamically, have that skill set or have that knowledge. Maybe I'm assuming. Maybe I'm putting too much on your plate. Allahu alam. If it's not for you, it's not for you. No one should be forced or pushed into anything. But I'm just giving you some thoughts that I have. I want to see some action. I want to see some work. Get busy. Get busy. Go talk to the leadership of whatever city you have to be in. Offer your services. Let the people see Islam as more than just, what they see. What do they see normally when when it pertains to Muslims? It's terrorism and, a bunch of negativity. We need to show them the real world, real life application of Islam. Islam is the haqq. So put it forward. Put it forward. Get out there and grind. Make Islam first and foremost. When people think back on the uprising of 2020 and they think of the rash of shootings, they should also think, man, it was the Muslims who came through. It was the Muslims who really brought peace and calm. It was the Muslims who really brought information, and they brought aid, and they brought comfort and security to the people. This is what they should also see. We should not be persona non grata. We should not be non-existent. We should not be made periphery or marginalized, and then wonder why we're not respected, wonder why we're not in on the decision-making process. We need to make ourselves known. We need to help this situation. The African American communities are being decimated on a daily basis by an onslaught of racism and an onslaught of economic oppression, lack of resourcing, militarized police, disparities in sentencing, separation of families, mass incarceration. We have a lot of issues that need to be dealt with. And now this situation here is we're in dire straits. We're in dire straits right now. Who is going to rein it in? Who is going to bring knowledge? Who is going to bring guidance to the situation? Who is going to do it if not us? I hope this message is received well. I apologize if I seemed a bit emotional. Again, maybe I am. Or maybe it's just passion. I don't know. But I want to see us make the situation better. And for the African American Talab al-Ilm, the students of knowledge, it's us. It's our people being drugged through the streets and shot and killed and crushed under the knees of people who are on the payroll to protect us. So I feel like we need to take a role. We need to take a position, and we need to show the seriousness of the situation. We need to show that this is a serious situation and Islam has solutions. We'll see. We'll see. Barakallahu feekum. Wa jazakum Allahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.